Barak Yahweh Barakatha, Yahweh Shah, Barak Yahweh Barakatha, Yahweh Shah, Ba Hashem, Rakakwadash, the honors to the apostles, the elders, salutations to you, sincere brothers, teaching in truth and sincerity. Lesson will be entitled A Time to Pluck Up That Which Is Planted. A Omen Too Easy. Video was inspired by a video from the TikTok platform, the Millstone Project. As you can see, the scriptures open to the book of Revelation. Video will be used for fair use.
So, this Bible was found after the flood from Hurricane Helene,
on this fence post,
and it is on Revelation 14 and 15.
all the things destroyed, that was left open, and it's sitting there, and we're not touching it. So
This house is buried and flooded all the way to the roof.
Very important. The scriptures, indicated Revelation 14 and 15. And if you have the Blue Letter Bible on the desktop version, of course, when you go to Revelation, the 14th chapter, it heads the Lamb and the 144,000 on Mount Zion. Then another highlight, vision of the angel with the gospel. Also, doom for worshipers of the beast and the reapers. When we go to Revelation, the 15th chapter, was highlighted in black, a scene of heaven. So in a nutshell,
The Bible was found after the flood from Hurricane Helene,
on this fence post,
and it is on Revelation 14 and 15.
all the things.
Revelation 14 and 15 is declaring to Esau an end of his rulership. That omen or that sign is indicating an end to his rulership. Going back to the initial precept, Ecclesiastes, and this time, let's start at verse 1. Chapter 3 and verse 1. To everything there is a season, even a kingdom, a rulership or a blessing, and a time to every purpose under heaven. Verse 2, a time to be born and a time to die, a time to plant, hence the kingdom of heaven or the kingdom of Yahweh Shah, and a time to pluck up the kingdom of Esau, Esau's rulership, that which is planted. Verse 3, a time to kill and a time to heal, a time to break down Esau's rulership, and a time to build up Yahweh Shah's rulership. All right, so again, Revelation 14 and Revelation 15 indicates that Esau's rulership is approaching a fast end. So let's go to Revelation chapter 14. And I looked, John the Revelator, and lo, a lamb stood on the Mount Zion, and with him 144,000, having his father's name written in their foreheads. So let's read this in the NLT. Then I saw the Lamb, Yahushua, standing on Mount Zion, and with him were 144,000 who had his name and his father's name written on their foreheads. So the 144,000, real quick. Let's go to Revelation chapter 7. And verse 4. And I heard the number of them which were sealed, and there were sealed 144,000 of all the tribes of the sons of Israel, 12,000 out of each 12 tribe. Okay, which comes to a grand total of 144,000. This is the government body, okay, of the kingdom of heaven. Verse 2, and I heard a voice from heaven as the voice of many waters and as the voice of a great thunder. And I heard the voice of harpers harping with their harps. And they sung as it were a new song before the throne and before the four beasts and the elders, and no man could learn their song but the 144,000 which were redeemed from the earth. And the song is this truth. Matthew chapter 11 and 15. He that has ears to hear, let him hear, from a spiritual standpoint. But whereunto shall I liken this generation? It is like unto children sitting in the markets and calling unto their fellows. These children are the prophets, okay? And their fellows, talking about the nation of Israel. However, only the elect will understand this song, meaning this doctrine. Verse 17, and saying, we have piped unto you, and you have not danced. We have mourned unto you, and you have not lamented. So again, this song is referring to this truth, and only the elect will be able to understand this song. Verse 4, these are they which were not defiled with women, for they are virgins. Also, let's go to John chapter 3 and verse 1. There was a man of the Pharisees named Nicodemus, a ruler of the Jews. The same came to Yahushua by night and said unto him, Rabbi. So he was a secret disciple. We know that you are a teacher, come from the Most High, for no man can do these miracles that you do except the Most High be with him. Yahushua answered and said unto him, Verily, verily, I say unto you, except a man be born again, he cannot see the kingdom of the Most High. Meaning what? A spiritual brainwashing. Okay, and therefore from this spiritual brainwashing, we become a new creature in Yahushua. So after the process of being born again, you are no longer delving into other philosophies which are likened to as women. This is symbolic talk, not a literal virgin, but a spiritual virgin. So again, these are they which were not defiled with women after the process of being born again, only following the ways of the Most High to the best of their ability. For they are virgins, these are they which follow the Lamb whithersoever he go. These were redeemed from among men, being the first fruits unto the Most High and to the Lamb. First fruits in the Greek going into those that are superior of their class, and the class is the entire nation. So you have a chosen within the chosen. Verse 5, and in their mouth was found no guile, for they are without fault before the throne of the Most High. And that's literal. Verse 6, and I saw another angel fly in the midst of heaven, having the everlasting gospel to preach unto them that dwell on the earth, and to every nation and kindred and tongue and people. And all of these are Israelites. Let's go to Deuteronomy chapter 28 and 25. The Lord Yahweh shall cause you to be smitten before your enemies. You shall go out one way against them and flee 7 ways before them, and shall be removed into all the kingdoms of the earth. And therefore we have the concept of the Israelite foreigner. Okay, so again, preach unto them that dwell on the earth, and to every nation and kindred and tongue and people, Israelites. And also we have the concept, the Israelite foreigner. Verse 7, saying with a loud voice, fear the Most High and give glory to him, for the hour of his judgment is come, and worship him that made heaven and earth and the sea and the fountains of waters. So the day of the Lord. This is talking about the day of the Lord. Okay. Verse 8, and there followed another angel saying, Babylon is fallen, that great city, because she made all nations drink of the wine of the wrath of her fornication. And America is Babylon, modern day Babylon. So let's go to Revelation chapter 18. And verse 10, standing afar off for the fear of her torment, saying, Alas, alas, that great city Babylon, America, that mighty city America, for in 1 hour is your judgment come. So America will be destroyed in 1 hour by nuclear fire and laser beams from Yahushua and the heavenly host. Okay? Let's prove that. Luke chapter 12 and 49. I am come to send fire on the earth, and what will I if it be already kindled? So Yahushua is going to add to the destruction. Salakia. Yahushua is going to add to the destruction on earth. Verse 9, and a third angel followed them, saying with a loud voice, if any man worship the beast. So who is the beast? NATO and the EU, and America is the whore that rides the beast, meaning America is the whore that controls the NATO and the EU. And his image. Now, this image is a reflection of the pagan Rome Empire, and receive his charagma in his forehead or in his hand. And that charagma is this mechanism that will be inserted into a person or people, okay? Period. And it's spoken of in Revelation the 13th chapter. Okay, this is what this digital system will impose on the earth. So, again, and the third angel followed them, saying with a loud voice, if any man worship the beast and his image and receive his mark in his forehead or in his hand. So this mechanism can go inside your forehead or in your hand. And even when you watch the movie Safe House, I think Denzel had one in his hip. Okay? Verse 10, the same shall drink of the wine of the wrath of the Most High, which is poured out without mixture into the cup of his indignation, righteous anger, and he shall be tormented with fire and brimstone in the presence of the holy angels and in the presence of Yahushua. And this is what? Nuclear fire. Okay? Nuclear fire. Verse 11, and the smoke of their torment ascended up forever and ever for a long period of time. Now remember, in Isaiah the 34th chapter and Revelation the 18th chapter goes into the post-destruction of America. So eventually this fire will burn out, and desert-like creatures will be the new tenants of America. Okay? Post-destruction. So again, and the smoke of their torment ascended up forever and ever, and they have no rest there day nor night, who worship the beast and his image, and whosoever receive the mark of his name. Here is the patience of the saints. Here are they that keep the commandments of the Most High and the faith of Yahushua. Verse 13, and I heard a voice from heaven saying unto me, Right, blessed are the dead which die in the Lord from henceforth. The prophets, okay? The prophets. So let's go to, I think it's in Isaiah 57. And verse 1. The righteous perish, and no man lay it to heart, and merciful men are taken away, none considering that the righteous is taken away from the evil to come. And this evil is leading up to the day of Yahushua. He shall enter into peace, the spiritual realm. They shall rest in their beds, receiving celestial bodies, those heavenly bodies designed only for the spiritual realm. Everyone walking in his uprightness. Okay? So let's go back to Revelation 14 and 13. Yea, said the Spirit, that they may rest from their labors and their works do follow them, meaning their legacy will follow them once they are resurrected. Okay? And let's get that. Now this is going to the salvation of the elect. Okay? First Thessalonians. Y'all know what's going on. 1 Thessalonians chapter 4 and 16. For the Lord himself shall descend from heaven with a shout to bring salvation to the elect, beginning with the 144,000, and destruction to the 2/3 of our people, the non-elect of Israel, and these other nations, beginning with Esau. Okay, so for the Lord himself shall descend from heaven with a shout, with the voice of the archangel, and with the trump of the Most High, and the dead in Mashiach shall rise first. Then we which are alive and remain shall be caught up together with them in the clouds to meet the Lord in the air, and so shall we ever be with the Lord. Okay, everlasting life. So again, yea, said the Spirit, that they may rest from their labors and their works to follow them. And I looked, and behold, a white cloud, and on the cloud one like Salakia. And I looked, and behold, a white cloud, and on the cloud one set like unto the Son of Man, having on his head a golden crown, and in his hand a sharp sickle. And this is Yahushua. Okay? And the sharp sickle is for what? According to the Greek,
Strong's G 1407, Drepanan. Drepanan.
all right, so it goes into a sickle, a pruning hook, a hooked vine knife, such as reapers and vine dressers use. So Yahushua is the grim reaper, okay? Yahushua is the grim reaper. See what else they got. All right, so let's go to Revelation chapter 6 and verse 2. And I saw, and behold, a white horse, a chariot, this fathership, And he that sat on him had a bow, and a crown was given unto him, and he went forth conquering and to conquer. So Yahushua is going to destroy the kingdom of Esau and erect the kingdom of the kingdom of Israel. This is what this sharp sickle indicate. Verse 15. And another angel came out of the temple, crying with a loud voice to him that sat on the cloud, thrust in your sickle and reap, for the time is come for you to reap, for the harvest of the earth is ripe. So what is the harvest going into? According to the Greek,
Strong's G 2326. Theresmas. Theresmas.
a lot of biblical usage. All right, so we in a time frame now of gathering of men into the kingdom of the Most High by the art of teaching. But this harvest is going into what? Referring to time of reaping, the final judgment when the righteous are gathered into the kingdom of the Most High and the wicked are cast into hell forever. Meaning what? The wicked will be destroyed. However, the righteous will be gathered, hence salvation, and 2/3 and the non-elect, okay, will be destroyed, as well as these other nations beginning with Esau. This is what the harvest is insinuating based on the context of Revelation 14 and 15. Okay? Verse 16, and he that sat on the cloud thrust in his sickle on the earth, and the earth was reaped. Verse 17, and another angel came out of the temple, which is in heaven, he also having a sharp sickle. So the angels or the heavenly host is going to accommodate Yahushua in bringing judgment on the planet Earth. Okay? Verse 18, and another angel came out of the altar, which had power over fire. So the angels will be shooting laser beams on this place. Let's go to Habakkuk. And Shaquat, or Elder Shaquat, loves bringing this one up. All right, this is Habakkuk chapter 3 and verse 3. The Most High came from Teman, and the Holy One from Mount Paran. Salah, his glory covered the heavens, and the earth was full of praise. So the chariots will cover the sky, saturate the sky. And his brightness was at the light. He had horns coming out of his hand, and there was the hiding of his power. Laser beams coming from those chariots. Hence, that angel that had what? Power over fire. Okay? So back into Revelation 14 and 18, and another angel came out from the altar, which had power over fire, and cried with a loud cry to him that had the sharp sickle, saying, thrust in your sharp sickle, and gather the clusters of the vine of the earth, for her grapes are fully ripe. Meaning what? Fully ripe, according to the Greek.
Strong's G 187. Akmadzo. Akmadzo.
Going into to flourish or come to maturity. Be fully ripe. What is maturity? Okay, so we have, of course, the state, fact, or period of being mature, adulthood, and sense of responsibility. So, from a symbolic standpoint, all of this is saying that, and where we at, that they are ripe for judgment. Prophecies has been fulfilled, okay? And the earth has more so the earth has fulfilled the time frame of being wicked based on the leadership of Esau. That's it. For her grapes are fully ripe. And even in the NLT, for they are ripe for judgment. Okay? Verse 19, and the angel thrust in his sickle into the earth and gathered the vine of the earth and cast it into the great winepress of the wrath of the Most High. Right? Verse 20, and the winepress was trodden without city, and blood came out of the winepress, even unto the horses' bridles, by the space of 1,600 furlongs. And so you have horses damn near standing at least 6 feet. So symbolic, a lot of blood will be shed. So let's read verse 19. And the angel thrust in his sickle into the earth and gathered the vine of the earth and cast it into the great winepress of the wrath of the Most High. And the winepress was trodden without the city, and blood came out of the winepress even unto the horse bridle by the space of 1,600 furlongs. So what precept comes to mind? We can also associate Isaiah chapter 63. Who is this that comes from Edom with dyed garments from Basra? Okay, hence America. This that is glorious in his apparel, that fathership, traveling in the greatness of his strength, that fathership. I that speak in righteousness, mighty to save. So Isaiah is prophesying the return of Yahushua. Verse 2, Wherefore are you red in your apparel, and your garments like him that tread in the wine fat? Because if you go to a vineyard and collect grapes, and of course you start jumping up and down on those grapes, okay, you will get the residue from the wine. Okay, so let's say if you had on some white pants or a white garment and you're jumping up and down on multiple grapes, you will receive that residue from the grapes, okay? The aftermath from jumping up and down. Verse 3, I have trodden the winepress alone, and of the people there was none with me, for I will tread them in my anger and trample them in my fury, and their blood shall be sprinkled on my garments, and I will stain all my raiment. And all this is saying is from a symbolic standpoint that Yahushua is going to be inside of that fathership, as well as the angels in their chariots, and they will shoot laser beams on America. Okay, they will shoot laser beams on America, so they will assist with the nuclear destruction. Because remember, the Most High is going to put the spirit on these nations, these other nations, to send nuclear missiles over here. And you're going to have Yahushua and the heavenly host sending concentrated fire on America. For the day of vengeance is in my heart, and the year of my redeem is come. So Revelation 14:19, and the angel thrust in the sickle into the earth and gathered the vine of the earth and cast it into the great winepress of the wrath of the Most High. So America is going to be destroyed. When grapes go into a winepress, they are destroyed. Verse 20, and the winepress was trodden without the city, and blood came out of the winepress, even unto the horse's bridle, by a space of 1,600 furlongs. And again, horses can stand up at least 6 feet. Okay, so all of this is symbolic for a lot of bodies will be fucking dropping. All right, so let's go to Revelation, the 15th chapter. And let me go and highlight that information that was actually in black. And according to the desktop version, a scene of heaven is how this chapter starts. Revelation 15:1, and I saw another sign in heaven, great and marvelous, 7 angels having the 7 last plagues. Now remember, we are between the 6th and 7th plague, and also Job spoke of this. I think it's Job chapter 5:19. He shall he shall deliver you in 6 troubles, yea, in 7 there shall no evil touch you. And the 7th trouble or the 7th plague is nuclear destruction. So the elect will be saved, okay, before the 7th plague or 7th trouble is exercised. Again, Revelation 15:1, and I saw another sign in heaven, great and marvelous, 7 angels having the 7 last plagues, for in them is filled up the wrath of the Most High, judgment of the Most High. Verse 2, and I saw as it were a sea of glass mingled with fire, going into what? The ozone layer. So the elect will be outside of the ozone layer to see the destruction of America, right? Let's go to Zechariah chapter 13 and verse 8. And it shall come to pass that in all the land, America, saith the Lord, 2 parts therein shall be cut off and die, the 2/3 in America, but the 1/3 shall be left therein, meaning the 1/3 will be saved, beginning with the 144,000, you know. Verse 9, and I will bring the 3rd part through the fire and will refine them as silver is refined. And we're going through this process now, okay, to avoid the process later. Meaning what? Go through tribulations and afflictions from a spiritual sense, being nuked from a spiritual sense, so we won't have to go through that physical fire in order to be purified. And the 2/3 has to go through this process because they're not going through the spiritual process of that. So again, and I will bring the 3rd part through the fire and will refine them as silver is refined, and will try them as gold is tried. So right now we're going through this, and Lord will, we are the elect, and therefore, because we're being spiritually nuked now, so we won't have to go through the physical fire literally. Revelation 15:2, and I saw as it were a sea of glass mingled with fire, and them that had gotten the fire over the beast. Oh my God, Salakia. And I saw as it were a sea of glass mingled with fire, and them that had gotten the victory over the beast, and over his image, and over his mark, and over the number of his name, stand on the sea of glass, having the harps of the Most High, being inside that chariot, okay, and looking at the destruction of America. Going back into, and I will bring the 3rd part through the fire, and will refine them as silver is refined, and I will try them as gold. They shall call on my name, and I will hear them. I will say, it is my people, and they shall say, Yahweh is my power. But the point is, and I will bring the 3rd part through the fire. Going into what? Revelation chapter 15:2, and I saw as it were a sea of glass mingled with fire, and them that had gotten the victory over the beast, and over his image, and over his mark, and over the number of his name, stand on the sea of glass, going through that fire, having the harps of the Most High. Okay, and that's just symbolic for deliverance. Verse 3, and they sing the song of Moses, the servant of the Most High, and the song of the Lamb, saying, great and marvelous are your works, Lord, power almighty. Just and true are your ways, you King of saints. post-destruction of America. And also remember, Israel has to be destroyed too. However, the difference between America and Israel will be later populated, and America never again, unless it's desert-like animals. Verse 4, who shall not fear you, O Lord, and glorify your name? For you only are holy. For all nations shall come and worship before you, for your judgments are made manifest. Going into what? The going into the kingdom of heaven being established on earth. However, Esau's rulership has to be destroyed. So when those Edomites came across Revelation chapter 14 and 15, it's not good for them. Verse 5, and after that I looked, and behold, the temple of the tabernacle of the testimony, heaven was open, and the 7 angels came out of the temple, having the 7 plagues, clothed in pure and white linen, and having their breasts girdled with golden girdles. And one of the 4 beasts gave unto the 7 angels 7 golden vials, full of the wrath of the Most High, who live forever and ever. So these plagues and the 7th plague going into nuclear destruction brings an end to the rulership or the blessing of Esau. So when these Edomites found those scriptures, okay, open, the Bible open, and it was on Revelation 14 and 15, the Most High is telling them, your kingdom is over. Your fucking kingdom is done. It's finished. Now all we're doing is waiting for it to manifest. And I'm going to tell you something else too, bros. We are not going to be on the highways and byways much longer. You can trust that. Verse 7, and one of the 4 beasts gave unto the 7 angels 7 golden vials full of wrath of the Most High, who live forever and ever. And the temple was filled with smoke from the glory of the Most High and from his power, and no man was able to enter into the temple till the 7 plagues of the 7 angels were fulfilled. And once this destruction has happened, okay, guess what? Esau's rulership is over, and our life begins. Everlasting life, that is. So Lord will, this was an edifying lesson, a lot of reading, but hey, all praises to Yahweh Bashem Ashah, Bashem Rakakwadash, Shalom.